nobody yet.
Just tapped on. FB Live, what it be like? Whoop whoop. Hey, where you? Man, oh, I thought it was never on. Yo, what's going on? Facebook Live.
Hey guys.
Hey. I wonder is that window always in this shoot when we on?
No, I think you need to move it
so.
over a little bit.
Hey. What it be like? What the word is? Come on in the room. There we go. Come on in the room. Welcome on. I see Tiara Birdie. What up, sister?
Hey, Tiara. Hey, David.
David Johnson. Kenneth
What's up,
Shine.
Kenny?
What's going on, man? He's supposed to be here. Edward Space.
Hey,
I'm here for all this. Oh, you is, ain't you? I bet. TT, what's going on?
Hey, Tiara. I love you, girlfriend.
Come on in the room. Hey, y'all know what we do every week. You know what I say. Hey, David Johnson, what up, B?
Hey.
Share it, like it. Tag some single mothers in this. Tag some sisters in this. This show is for the sisters. You know, we trying to get y'all. We trying to get y'all chosen. Y'all got to hear these answers, man. Ooh, it's warm.
Absolutely.
Come on in the room. Raymond Garcia, what it be like?
Hey, Raymond.
Tiffany Strong, I see you in here.
Hey.
Yo, Eddie Sanders, what's up? What's going on?
Hey,
again.
What's up?
Well, how we doing, Black and Blended? First of all, I'm back to my regular self. My mouth is good, you know what I'm saying?
Thank God.
Over my allergic reaction, so I'm finna cut a rug.
That brother, I didn't know what was going on. Face was all swollen.
You know, it's all good. I'm back to my normal self. Had an allergic reaction. Had an allergic reaction, you know what I'm saying? But I'm back to myself.
Hey, LaDonna. Hey, y'all, check LaDonna out. She cold with the fitness. LaDonna French, check her out.
So, we back. Again, you know how we do it. We need lots of hearts.
Yeah.
We need lots of thumbs up. Can we get some thumbs up? Can we get some? We need lots of hearts, wow faces.
Edward said he set his alarm for this.
You set your alarm. Oh, set your alarm.
I know that's right. How are you? Thank you for
wow
tuning
faces,
in.
hearts. That's what we need. We need all that. Because we about to have. There we go. Come on, people. Look out. There we go. There we go, Saints.
Guys.
There we go, Saints. We need all that. We got a good, juicy topic. Hey, tag your friends. Share this on your page. Please share it. We got a special guest tonight. We finna act a plum fool.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We finna get it in. Go ahead.
Yes. We have a very, very special guest tonight. So if this is your first time tuning in, I am Tiffany Strong and this is Keith Strong, and we are Black and Blended.
Ooh, Black and Blended.
Together we have 4 children. Ages 14, 13, 7, and 4. We had 2 children before we got married, and we have the 2 smaller children together. We've been married, it'll be 10 years, March 14th. God has been good to us, and we are here to share some of our experiences, some of our just life challenges that we have faced together to help you guys in your challenges, and some of the things. If you have any questions or anything, people have been hitting us up with questions and comments and concerns. We appreciate that. If you guys have any special topics that you want us to discuss, let us know. We'll always consider it and get it together and put it out there for you all. Tonight we have a very, very special guest, and we're very excited. He's a very, very powerhouse. We're going to be talking about why real men
avoid single women. And he famous, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm honored to be in this guy's presence, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be like him.
And he a good, strong, straight man.
He's straight.
Solid.
Straight.
This brother is really solid. Like, he's solid, grounded.
Solid.
I want you guys to, if you see our headline on, I want you guys to follow him. He's very powerful, has a very powerful ministry. He has a ministry coming up this Saturday, December 16th, at the Tinley Park Convention. 100 men praying. So it's no ladies involved now. No women. So don't y'all try to sneak in trying to get y'all no boo thing. But it's 100 men. It's something about when men come together to pray. The power of God really hits that thing really strong. And men carry such authority, and when they all are together on one accord, the presence of God will be there, and I know that it's going to just be awesome. It's going to be dynamic. So if you know a man that can benefit from being there, please give him, share the information with that gentleman so he can come on and get delivered, get healed, get set free.
And another thing, this event is absolutely free.
Yes,
no
I'm so
money,
sorry I didn't say that. Free.
It's free.
Free 99.
You know what I'm saying? Bring your uncles, your cousins, your
baby daddies,
your baby
your
daddies, your uncle, your little brother, your big brother. I mean, bring them all. Bring your grandson, your great grandson. Bring everybody. And it's not going to be a religious atmosphere. Nope. It's going to be, let me tell you something, it's going to be godly, strong men.
Yes.
Come on, somebody. I said godly, strong men. Heterosexual men. You hear that?
With some good, strong headliners. There's some good, strong headliners. My husband, he will be there praying the heavens down.
I will be on that too. So it won't be
McNutt.
it won't be no Mothers of Zion praying. None of that. No, we going to have, it ain't going to be no, we ain't going to be, because the thing is, this event is not only for the church, but it's for the unchurched.
Absolutely.
So we gonna keep it. We gonna hit the power of God. We're not gonna be extra religious. We're not gonna add too much to it. We just want the presence of God to show up, and we want men to be delivered and set free.
Absolutely.
So, but at the end, he's gonna dive into that, and you're gonna hear from the founder's mouth. We just want to put it out there. So 100 men praying. But we want to get on to this interview. So we gonna kick Tiffany out, you know what I'm saying? We gonna kick her out, you know what I'm saying? Now she can chime in whenever if she stay around, but you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be the men helping the women, the single mothers, even the married women. Come on, somebody.
Yeah.
Who ain't got kids already. It's for everybody.
And then we'll have like a Q&A for you guys at the end.
Yeah, this for our baby mamas out there. Let's go. So,
all right, guys. I'll be back.
Say back, Pastor Tiffany. Get Pastor Tiffany some bags, some hearts. Come on, I know you're in there. Hey, Honda, what's going on? Jasmine Jones, what's up? Y'all, say bye to Pastor Tiffany. We finna kick her out. I don't see no bags. Where y'all at?
They like bad girl.
Bad girl. Ain't no bags.
All right, see you guys.
There we go. The hearts. There we go.
Oh,
there go the hearts.
You,
bye, Pastor. Tell her bye. There you go. Bye, Pastor Tiffany. You cute girl though. Come on, somebody. Deuces. All right, come on, Ken. Get on up over here. He already in the building. We ain't got a Chama man. We ain't got a Facebook Live man. He already here in the building. He live on set. He live in the studio. There you go.
Thanks,
he live on set. He live in the studio. Come on. Hey, Pastor Barney, what's going on? What's going on? Come on, he live on set. Come on. This
praise the Lord. Bullshit, kid of the devil. I'm sorry, my fault. I mean, yeah, I'm in here. I'm finally in this joint. This is the studio. Look at this, black and blended. How did I get here? I've been in the basement all this time. Hey, y'all, what's happening? I'm in here. Praise the Lord.
So what's going on, man? Hey, this is Ken. Hey, tell them about yourself, Ken. Come on, man. Let people know.
So I'm just a brown-skinned dude that loves Jesus. Yeah. So a big fan of black and blended. I come from a blended family. I'm about to have a blended family. So, but I love Tiff and Keith. They've been a major part of my life and my growth and everything. And so, I do a few things around the city, nothing special. The only thing that makes me credible is probably because I'm brown skinned. That's about it. So, anything else is just listen to these two. Don't listen to me, okay? Praise God.
So tell them about your show, man.
Man, so I got a show for y'all that don't know. It's called SMDH. That's right, SMDH. It doesn't stand for shaking my bleep head. It stands for single, married, divorced, healed. All right, single, married, divorced, healed. And it's based on the book that I got coming out next year. Keith has been on the show several times. All right,
I've been on, man.
So you all may have seen him on the show, but that's every Monday night. It's on Facebook Live at Kenneth Sean, KNETHSEAN. And then you heard him talk about 100 Men Praying. That is coming out too. Look at all these hearts. I feel popular now.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like for real,
Let's go. Robert Banks, what's up? I see you.
So and then we got the 100 Men Praying, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But that's just a little bit about what we got going on. We like to talk about the topics that how to transition from a broken heart. That's what the book is going to be focused on. And so we like to focus on those topics for single folk, married folk, divorce, whatever situation you are in life. We like to focus on that, and I bring in special guests all the time. And Keith has been on there. He's probably the most popular guest I've had so far. I think he's been on the show 4 times already.
Like 2.
I think he's been on there 4 times.
2, maybe 3.
So just FYI, but yeah, that's what it is.
All right, so let's get into this topic, juicy topic. Now, first of all, you know what I'm saying? I am married. He's been married before, but he's divorced. But ladies, he off the market. I'm sorry. He off the market. He taken. You know what I'm saying? So if you was thinking about it or you thinking about inboxing him, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? We don't do DM. Men
no
of gods
drama.
don't do DMs.
No
Come on,
drama.
somebody. And if I DM somebody about Black and Blended, I tag my wife in that. If you're a woman, come on, hold
Tag
on.
your
I
wife.
tag my wife in that. It's a group thing, baby. You know what I'm saying? So he don't do DMs. We don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
So
and I'm straight too, so no men either.
he's straight. No, me neither. None of that.
Somebody
You
get
know
a
what I'm saying?
blank
So
face.
no straight. He's straight. You know what I'm saying? So we are men of God, and this topic is juicy. I got a little backlash. You know what I'm saying? We are not
Indeed.
single mother shaming
Not at
all. The thing about it is, Black and Blended, Tiffany explained who we are and why we are. But another reason why we are is because I believe that the power of God is going to hit. It's going to hit the ghettos. It's going to hit the hood. And what's in the hood and the ghettos? The hood and the ghettos have a very low poverty areas have a very high single mother rate. So if them single mothers going to get the Holy Ghost and come into the kingdom with them and their kids, we got to get them married.
Yeah.
So what do we have to do? We have to give. What you go on my Albanese gummy bears? I got a bag of Albanese right here. Hold on, let's show the Saints
Officially
Albanese.
Hood TV, you all.
Yeah.
He's
I
forgot
got
he just recorded live.
I'm recording live, but I had a bag of
I took the
Albanese.
Albanese.
Hey, if you say these are the best gummy worms ever. These are number one. Number two is Haribos. So anyway,
If you're not saved, they still good gummy worms.
So if they come into the kingdom of God, we gotta have resources for them.
Yeah.
We gotta teach them God's principles, and then we gotta teach them family. We gotta get these women and even men who are single fathers and have kids and single mothers. We gotta get them married. So this is for the baby mamas, single mothers, whatever you want to call yourself. You're smart, you're talented, you're brilliant, but guess what? You ain't got all the answers. Come on, somebody. I don't promote if they ain't paying you. I know, right? So Albanese, if you saw this, hook your boy up. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind doing a review. But this is for the baby mamas. This is for single women who are strong, who are striving. We want to see you accomplish. We want to see you pick the right man of God. Come on, let's say it again. We want to see you choose the right man of God. We want the right man of God to choose you. So you won't want him away. So you won't feel like, why I can't find a good man? Why ain't no man, they looking over me and I feel like it's a taboo. Like, no, we gonna help you out. We gonna talk to y'all. So once again, before we dive in this, please, we need lots of heart. Come on, Clee,
Come on,
Clavel.
man. Why is you calling during Black and
Tiara,
Blended?
get your husband. He
Your
know we
husband.
live.
You know he Black and Blended at
TT.
8:30 on every Wednesday night for the last 44 years. What is you doing, son? Calling him.
Hey, TT, get your man. Get your man. He calling me. He know we live. So look, tag some single mothers in this. Tag single fathers in this. Tag some men of God in this. And let's get it cracking.
Tag your ex-boyfriend.
Tag your boyfriend.
Yeah,
Well, tag him because the reason why he left or he couldn't
He
handle
may be
it.
coming back now.
After that, yeah.
Make him
So when I picked this topic, what was you thinking, man? Like,
Yeah, I had a lot of things that, and I have a lot of angles that I could go with this tonight. But when you picked this topic, I mean, it was pretty interesting, you know. And I know it's based off of, you know, from what you sent me. There was an article about this, and it was kind of interesting. But the topic really hit home for me because it's two ways that I can look at this. Yeah. The first way is, you know, why don't the good guys or whatever we want to call them, why aren't they choosing the single mothers, the baby mothers, or the women with children? And I thought about that in two angles. Number one, the age of the children.
yes.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, well, you know, like if they're young, I definitely know why. Yeah. But then when they're older, it could be a little bit different. And then also I thought about are they really real men? And we can get to that towards the end.
But they could be real men because when I heard the tagline, I'm gonna say real men avoid. Because if he real, he gonna be honest. Like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I can't do your kids. I can't do Shadrach, Meshach, and the bad Negro. I can't.
One more time, bro.
I can't do your kids. I can't do Shadrach, Meshach, and the bad Negro. I can't do your kids. Like, I tried to look. I can't fit in this. So real men, to be honest with you, and not lead you on. Yeah. Come on, somebody. Let's say it again. Real manners.
Quick side note.
We have an audience question.
Let everybody know this is not just for single women without kids. It's for like women, period.
Well,
Somebody said, so why not help them as well?
Yeah.
So this is for
So this is for everybody,
right. Single
but
or with kids.
you're gonna be single too, but our baby mamas too, because a lot of kids. It's for everybody. Hey, we gonna have everybody today. Everybody, because if you single lady, you might find a man with kids. And so this can go to you too, like some stuff you want to avoid. So my thing is, if he a real man, he gonna let you know up front. And let me tell you this: don't feel bad. If your preference is a person with kids, you don't feel bad about that. That's your preference.
That's your preference.
That's your preference. That's what you like. That's what you don't like. So if you don't want a person with kids, then don't feel bad. Look, I don't date people with kids. I'm sorry. Don't feel bad about it. You got your reasons for it. That's your preference. There's nothing wrong with that. What you think?
I mean, I'm gonna be 100. That was me. You know, for the longest, because
you ain't got no kids.
I ain't got no kids. I'm 21 with no kids.
21.
You know,
Hold up. Man, God
plus 14.
Right, there we go.
I always say, if you tell the truth within 15 seconds, it wasn't a lie. But that was my whole thing. You know, I didn't really want to do it because I didn't have any children. I really wanted to start my own family. That was my whole MO. Like I did, but I still did it though. I still dated, you know, a couple people with children. And it was quite interesting because, like, to be honest, every time those children ran me away.
They ran you away.
Wow. They ran me away. Not because, and it wasn't because they were all bad. A lot of times you can really like somebody, then you'll get in that situation and you'll see these two boys or you'll see this little girl and you're like, I cannot be your daddy. You know what I mean? Like,
well, at least she was honest.
I mean, you said, you know, this is what it is. I mean, and it don't make, I don't feel like it makes me less of a man. It don't make her less of a woman. Yeah. You just need somebody that's equipped to actually take on this responsibility. Because number one, I mean, I'm gonna give you two different scenarios. Okay, there was one scenario where the baby was fresh. Okay, in other words, the baby was just, it wasn't, the baby was like 1 year old. You know what I mean?
That's fresh. I thought you meant like a newborn, like 3 months.
I wasn't sitting in the living room with her. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you having this baby by this other guy.
I know somebody that married a woman, met a woman pregnant, she had that baby, he took that baby as his own, and he married her.
Praise God for him.
Praise God.
And if you're that person and you're watching now, bless God for your life.
Yeah.
But for me though, it didn't happen that way because, you know, I was like, okay, then, you know, the baby father, now he's still around like, man, who is this cat?
Hey, you getting on my notes, man? You know what I'm saying? You getting on the...
Oh, okay. Well, then put me on the agenda then.
Okay,
keep me on the text.
I know he going, but Ken said one thing, you got to know what you can handle. You know what I'm saying? He knew that I can't handle that. And if you a man, if you a woman, if you a man dating a woman with kids, or if you a woman dating a man with kids, know what you can handle. Know what your capacity is. Know what you can handle mentally and physically, okay, and financially. Because when you marry a woman with kids, you gotta take on some. Because most of all, the biological father ain't there, so you gotta help raise them kids, not only physically but financially. So you gotta know what you can handle. If you can't handle it, don't get in it. So our first one was single mothers are never available. Y'all good women. Y'all mean well, but one of the top things was single women are never available. Is that true?
For the ones that I dated, it was very factual.
Yeah.
And the reason being is that, you know, you're dealing with women that have jobs. Okay, these were employed women. They had careers or they had something going on, and they had their child. Okay, so from 9 to 5, from 8 to 4, whatever. That's their job. Then when they get off, they have to attend to that freshborn or newborn child. They have to pick them up, get them from daycare, do all that, and then deal with that child. If it's the day that she's supposed to have that child. Yeah. And then the days that she didn't have the child, she's tired, she want to rest. Yeah. She's not really as attentive as the person that don't have it, you know. Yeah. You can't always talk on the phone because they got to go deal with the children, help them do the homework, help them do all of this. And it's like, okay, when you don't, I didn't have that responsibility, so I understood, but the availability of what I wanted, you know, and having more of that time, it was not there.
That's true. I mean, that's true, but there's nothing wrong with that. But as a single parent, if you're trying to date or you're trying to get to know somebody, you can't, get me wrong, don't neglect your kids, but you can't neglect the person that you want to court either, or you're interested in, because they become an issue. Yep. So that comes to number 2. You are not a priority. Number 2 was they are not a priority. So by you being too busy to deal with your kids, and you know, oh, let me put him to bed, and then let you know you wait on to call you back. Oh, I fell asleep when I put him to bed. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes it's cool. You know, sometimes you gotta get grace. You gotta know what you can handle. But when they're too busy, that person can feel like they're not a priority.
Factual again, and I'm gonna go here. A lot of the times, you're expecting like I had to work too. I had my own thing going on too, so I have to go to bed at a certain time. So I'm expecting a call from you at a certain time, and I don't get it. And I always have the mindset, people gonna do what they want to do. You know what I mean? Like, if she want to talk to me, she'll talk to me. But so a lot of the times when you're dealing with women with children, it's not that they don't want to, but that child has to be attended to for whatever reason. And it's not like they can put the child on the schedule. The child is not on I can cut the child. Like, he's not a switch. You know what I mean? You just can't say, okay, the child cuts off at 8 o'clock and then I'm on to you. It didn't work that way, But then also, being a priority as well. Like, I'm going to be 100 with everybody. This is going to hurt somebody's feelings. Y'all can unfollow me, but don't unfollow Black and Blended, all right? I'm going to be 100. I think my biggest issue was that the child was always going to be the head of the household.
That's a good point.
Like, some of y'all missed that. That child was always going to be the head of the household, especially when it was a boy. You know what I mean? Because I gotta love my kids first. I don't know if you're gonna be around. You're right, but in 18 years or whatever, when this kid is gone, you know what I'm saying?
Let me hop in that. You gotta love your kids first until you get married. Come on,
until you get married.
Let's say this 2 more times.
2 more times.
You gotta love the kids first until you put a ring on it. Because if you put a ring on it, the stuff changed. Now I'm not saying neglect your kids, but first it's a order. It's God, spouse, then children. Let's say this again. God, spouse, children. Watch this. Then the church. Come on, somebody. God, spouse, children, then the church. Hello, somebody. So my thing is, when that child is supposed to be a priority, you know what I'm saying, while y'all court. And of course that guy has to get to know your children, or that woman has to get to know your children. But when he say I do, you gotta, women, y'all bad with switching it up. My wife coming to the marriage, I'm sorry to throw shade on you, baby girl. She came to the marriage as like she was still a single mother. I'm like, what woman, wait up.
Wait a minute.
Wait up. She thought she was still a single mother. And and watch this. And I felt like he said, the child was the head of the household. Come on, somebody.
So, like I said before, it was not that I was trying to make him feel underneath or anything like that. But for so long, I had to do for myself. It was always me and then my child. And so men put women in those situations where they have to be this independent woman. We want a man to take control and take charge. We don't want to always, be that way. So it wasn't that, I was trying to...
It's relinquishing control. But, baby, it ain't your interview. Go. It ain't your interview. Go. It ain't you ain't getting interviewed. What she doing? She ain't getting interviewed.
One thing I learned.
But somebody said balance. That's how you gonna balance the love between well, that's true. You do have to balance in ways, but the love you have between your child and your spouse cannot be balanced. Let me hit you with this banger. The kids gotta leave. The kids gonna grow up and get out the house, and what you gonna do? Our love gonna be balanced. No, it can be. I get what you're saying, but I don't get what you're saying, because the kids gotta grow up. You gotta have a marriage when the kids gone. Hello, somebody. Yeah. You gotta have a marriage when the kids gone. Kids gotta grow up and they gotta move on their own. They gotta do things for their own. And what happens is, married couples they revolve their marriage around everything the kids want to do for 18 years, and then when the kids gone, they don't got nothing. They don't got nothing together. Nothing.
And for me, and for me personally, like I like the fact that his thought process is different than mine, and the route that he took is technically different, because for me, a lot of that was too much of a gamble. It was like, I don't know who you gonna put up first. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're gonna respect or allow me to even father this child. You know what I mean? Because you give the child so much. And I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm not even telling you all what you should do, but I'm just saying, as it relates to somebody that was in that situation, I don't know who you go put first. So then the question is, and I even go off of what you said. You said until he put a ring on it, you put that child first. My thing was, then how am I going to know that once that ring is on your finger that you are going to shift?
Ooh, hello. That's good. And he's single. He was married, but this come up from a single point of view. Okay, hello, somebody. That's true, because what happens is, what single mothers do when children, especially boys, when their father is out of their life, they overcompensate. Come on, somebody. They overdo it. They try to give them much. They try to be their mother and their father. They try to overcompensate because the father is not there. That's good, but it can be also dangerous, because it could be so dangerous, because you're going to raise a mama's boy or a lazy girl, or you're going to put some attention on that child that your spouse or your potential spouse would be neglected.
That's major. That's major. So for anybody, like for any man, like, and then it's that timing of when do I even come into the picture, you know? Because another thing that's rolling the dice too is that the relationship changes once you come into the picture with a child is there. You know what I mean? Because you may be really feeling this person, but then I got so used to dealing with this person without that child in the picture that now when the child came into the picture, it did change the whole dynamics of it. So now this is not what I was even introduced to. You know, I knew you outside of your child because you don't want to bring me into the child's life because, and I get that, and you should be, and you should do that. But the thing is, though, is that it's being consistent now in your behaviors when it actually when now I'm brought around the child.
Yeah. And that's true. But I'm kicking. Somebody said you gotta prep your kids. Hello, ladies. If you single, prep your kids. Because they will run a good man away. You got to prep your kids. Look, this is what we ain't doing. I know you miss your daddy. Me and your daddy broke up 10 years ago. This is it. We ain't going to never be back together.
My daddy, I love my daddy. You need to get back with my daddy.
Ladies,
I love my daddy.
Somebody said something.
I don't know who this fool is. I love my daddy. Bring my daddy back in the house. Bring my daddy. Your daddy don't even.
So you got to prep your kids. That your kids like, man, your daddy is over with, boo-boo. We ain't never get back together. Or he in jail, or whatever the case may be. You got to prep your kids because they were. That was a good way. Who was that? Gerard. That was a good one. You got to prep your kids because they were running, going away. And like he said, another thing what you saying is, the men you choose got to be mature enough. Because watch this. Even though she has to protect her children from you, just in case that you ain't the one. You don't want an uncle. What's that guy that raped the girl? Uncle Reggie coming in. You got to watch who coming to your kids. So she do have to protect her kids, but once she do bring y'all together, that man has to be mature enough to be a chameleon, to be able to switch. Come on, somebody, be able to you got to be able to be a chameleon. Like, look, okay, this is different. Okay, now she's bringing the kids in. Now I have to be more mature, and now I have to deal with both of them together. Cause why? Because they a package deal. And now we tell this people all the time, ladies, if this man love you and hate your kids, you better run because you a package deal. He can't. I love you, but I can't deal with your kids. You better run. Cause why? Cause this man would beat your kids, kill your kids, rape your kids. People that don't like your kids will treat your kids like trash. So if he don't understand the child package deal, you better run. And they be just the kids. So you need to date a man that's mature. So once you do bring the kid into the picture, the man has to think like, now I'm not thinking about one person, I'm thinking about two. Or if you got more than one child, then he got to think about certain different people. He got to be, and now he has to evaluate the situation. Like, okay, now she has more than one kid. Now we're getting serious, or we're engaged. Now she brings the children in. Now this man has to think like he has to take on ownership. He has to think like a father when he's really not, because he don't know how to be, and he has to think like a head of a household or a potential head of the household.
Those are facts right there. I mean, you know, and at the end of the day, like I said, it's that age barrier too. You know, it's that age barrier. Like, so for the ones that may be a little bit older, like, you know, I had a situation where a little lady had older children, so it really didn't really mean nothing. You know, it's a totally different scenario
when the kids grown.
When the kids are grown, it's a totally different.
But you still got to build a relationship with the grown kids, though.
Yeah, you still gotta, and you hopefully can make one, because sometimes they could be stuck like, you know, hey fam, I don't know you. You know what I mean? I mean, you cool, but you know, whatever. And like that is one of the hardest things to do, is to build the relationship with those children prior to, you know, like when that relationship is new. You know, when that relationship is new with the mother, it's very tough to build that relationship with those children, especially if they're not open to that, or especially if they miss their father, their real father.
True, they got to get over that. But our the third one is, which is true. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all strong black woman. I know y'all gotta do y'all thing. I know y'all gotta grind. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, the three is, they think the world revolves around them. You think the world revolves around you and only you. That's actually true. I know you a single mother. You don't need a man. You gotta prove yourself to me and my kids. You know, that's cool. But the
casket right now.
But the world don't revolve around you. I know you meant well. I know. I understand it's hard being a single mother. It takes a lot of work. But the world does not revolve around you only, because it makes you seem very selfish.
Very. I mean, and that's another thing too. So you think that once you do have availability, then I'm supposed to come around?
Make sure you say all women don't think like that.
All women. Not the women here.
But a lot of y'all.
But the ones that do think like this, you're supposed to. Yeah, with the ones that do think like this, you're supposed to give notes to these women.
No, hey Sherry, I'm sorry, Sherry. Some of y'all, not all y'all.
Not everybody, not all y'all. Not all y'all. Not the ones that's watching Black and Blended. Not the ones that follow Keith and Tiffany. Now the ones that follow me, we talking to y'all. You know what I mean? The ones that's watching this show because you follow me, I'm talking to y'all. I saw a few of y'all right there.
We talking to you.
Yeah. But let me hit you with this thing. What successful single mothers do, they make it very hard for men to pursue them. It revolves around you. I've got several degrees. I got 3 cars. I have my own house. That's fine. That's actually great. But you can't make it. You can't make the world just revolve around you. You have to prove yourself to me. You have to be on my level. And true, I'm trying to say everybody. No, they do this though. They do this.
I know
what I'm saying.
About.
But you gotta be mindful of what, because you don't know what God gonna send you, and you try to make the world revolve around you, and you might miss the one. Let me tell you something. While you trying to look for Mr. Right, who's so established and got just as more money than you, you'll mess around Mr. One Child. Because watch this, he ain't gotta love you. He gotta love your children too.
Yes, he do.
Hello.
And then he's making all that money. Yeah, so he makes 6 figures and he got that Bentley. But what you don't know is that he only got $22 in his savings account and he just borrowed some money from me to get gas for it because he has all those expenses. There's a whole lot of people make a whole lot of money and got a whole lot of expenses that go along with it, and they really don't have a whole lot of money. Just got a lot of stuff. My fault.
Yeah, so while you trying to have all these standards, you got to make sure you got to pick the right one, not only for you, but for your children. Because the ones who got it all together, most likely, if he got it all together making 6 figures and ain't got no kids already or ain't trying to have none, he ain't gonna want yours. So you gotta evaluate these things. You gotta be honest with where you at. And sometimes I ain't saying you gotta take an L or not have standards or pick what you want. But sometimes you gotta be realistic. You gotta be realistic.
What does that mean, bro?
Be realistic. Like women love.
Come off your high horse is what you're saying.
Come out the clouds.
You
don't know your standards, but you ain't know your standards.
So up here that we can't date you. You know what I mean? Like you so up here, you know, like he said, and that's
I'm
what
talking
women.
about unrealistic. I'm not saying not being understanding, but you have to be careful what you ask for, because not only.
No, that's not
what I'm trying to tell women is you not picking a man for you when you have kids. You got to pick a man for your kids too. So say if he can make, say if you make an 80, but he can make 40, which is not bad. Not bad. He can make 40 and you make it 80, but he love your kids to death, and he makes sure your kids don't go without.
And he ain't got no debt. He probably got more money than you at the end of the month.
And he ain't got no debt. And he a good man.
And his house paid off. I mean,
let's be realistic. You know what I'm saying? So the world don't revolve about what you want. Sometimes. Yeah.
You can't. Come on, that's not even.
Wait, you can't want a football player, and you got a shape.
You want a basketball player. Yeah, you know, it's only about 400 men out here with those type of jobs, okay? But it's 100 million women. You all are going after the same guy. Please help me and stop doing it, okay? Let me tell you also that there are a lot of good men out here losing right now because some of you all are too up here. Yeah. There's a lot of good men losing. I know you all think that all men are bad and all that stuff all the time. I get so tired of that. I do so many Facebook questions and they bash men all day, But I literally got guys who will take you, your kids, your mama, your daddy, your whole family and take care of all y'all. But you don't like him. You want to know why? Because he ain't on Love and Hip Hop. Because he don't got the Bentley. Because he ain't a ball player.
Because he ain't a thug.
Because he ain't a thug. I mean, I'm just saying, you know. I'm not saying, you know. Some of you all are tapping them 50s, you know what I mean? They're still thinking like you 22. You know what I mean? Yeah, your kids is grown, you know what I mean? But you still think like a 22-year-old. You know what I mean? And you just think that, you know. And a lot of times when you have too many options.
This true. So Edward said it's more established women than are men. It is true. That is true according to statistics. But you gotta understand, when you're talking about black men, it's a whole nother. You know, I don't want to go pro-black and start going to details and statistics.
Go pro-black.
But I understand now, because you understand this. It's set up that way. Guess who got the most degrees? Black women.
Yep.
And guess what? You in debt. You so educated, but you got you want a man, but you got $300,000 in Sally Mae loans.
Is calling your house.
Yeah,
every day. Sally Mae won't let you be bae. Sally Mae won't let you be great.
And watch this. The college is It's a scam. That's not a scam. It's a business. It's about making money. So just because you got 8 degrees don't make you. Some of y'all with 8 degrees can't even find a job in that degree. So now you paying for a student loan debt that you don't even have a job in that degree or that field. So my thing is like, I know it is true, but that society made it that way. They say women are more mature than men, and which is true. But let me tell you this: people see
which part is true.
What?
That women are more mature than men.
In ways that it is true, but men have to grow. Men have to grow up without fathers. In some ways, it's true. But let me hit you with this banger. People love saying, "Oh, I love Pastor Tiffany, Pastor Keith. I love y'all." But when I met Tiffany, I didn't have a car and I was barely working.
Dang! But y'all ain't choosing men that got cars and working.
You know
oh my God!
I didn't have a car or I was barely working. She had a car. Matter of fact, she had a brand new 2006. It was fresh off the lot. It had just came out. It was brand spanking new. It was don't you know you get the car a couple months before it come out? She had one of them joints. I was on the bus. You know what I'm saying?
She picked him up from the bus stop.
She picked me up on our first day. But hello.
She paid for the first meal.
But let me tell you this. Let me tell you something. Don't you ever despise small beginnings. Come on, somebody. You don't know what you got. When you pick a man, you better use discernment. Folk be foolish. Like Tiff didn't even know
I saw something in that brother.
Tiff didn't know she saw the potential I had and how I'm making good money now. She didn't see. You know what I'm saying? Oh, see, and I was chubby then. I was skinny. I was all frail. I hadn't even been to the gym. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even none of that. You know what I'm saying?
You're now.
So yeah,
she made sure. She's like, I saw something in him. You know what I'm saying? Get in this gym now.
So people see us now like, I love y'all. Like when Tiff met me, I was working a temporary job and I ain't have a car. Watch this. And I was staying with my mama.
But you weren't staying with your mama, fam.
I was staying with my mama.
Because they not talking to you if you're staying with your mama. But
let me tell you what I did do. When I knew me and Tiff had to be serious, I found me a steady job. That's how I got into banking.
You was a go-getter.
Yeah, but that's how I got into banking. I've been in banking for about 13 years now. When I met her, like, let me give me I know this is about to get serious. I know where I wanted to go. So when I found her, I was like, let me get this thing for real. Let me give me a good job. As soon as I got my first job in banking, I started off as a teller at the bottom. Before I even went to, I didn't work in corporate. I didn't went up the ladder. Let me tell you something. I worked as a teller at the bottom. I got my first apartment with a roommate. And I got my roommate and I had my own place before I proposed to Tiff, or before I proposed to Tiff, or before we got married. You know what I'm saying? So don't despise small beginnings, man. Y'all don't, come on, somebody. Yeah, come on. You don't know. Don't be so up here that you missed a good one. You know what I'm saying? So you guys.
I lived in my mama's basement all my life, and I done got all my girlfriends from there. So I mean, you know, it's let me stop lying. Forgive me, Lord. I'm sorry, you all. I'm just playing.
So the next one is, what's this, fourth one? Mm-hmm. The single mother is emotionally unavailable.
Whoo. Uh-oh. All right, well, like I said, you all, please do not unfollow Tiff and Keith. You know what I mean? The views of Kenneth Sean Daly do not reflect the views of Black and Blended, all right? But emotionally unavailable is so key. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I've dealt with this. There was a young lady that I chased forever. Okay, it was just like this for too long. It's like, you know, for almost maybe 2 years. You know, and even though she had children, okay, she really was unavailable. You know, and I think the moment that I was able to recognize that was the moment I stepped away. And a lot of the times you're emotionally unavailable because your heart may be still tied to either baby daddy number one.
Hello, that's the next one. That's the next one.
Oh, okay. So
go ahead.
You know, your heart is still with baby daddy number one. He could come in at any time. You know what I mean? Whenever he feel like it. You may be dating other people, but when baby daddy call, you know what I'm saying, he trumps everybody. You know. And a lot of times, man, let's just be 100. Man, this sex thing has messed up everything. You know what I mean? Let's just be 100. You know what I mean? So you take sex outside of the context of marriage, now we done messed it all up. You know what I mean? And so now you got baby daddy call. Oh man, I can't. We were supposed to go out, but baby daddy called. can I give you a rain check? I need to go do something for my kids. Yeah, go see your baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that soul tie. You know what I mean? You can never compete with where somebody's heart is. Please understand me. You can never compete. I don't care who you are, how much bread you got, how cold you think you are, how much game you think you got, how fine you think you are, how Holy Ghost filled you think you are, how much of a preacher you think you are. You cannot compete. If her heart is with Jimmy down the street and Jimmy ain't got no money, no life, or no nothing, just because you think you do, it don't mean nothing. Her heart is over there, and she's emotionally unavailable.
And another reason why she's emotionally unavailable, this one I can understand. Number one, first of all, our economy, the number one consumer is a single mother. The most person with degrees is a black single mother. Okay, the first person, every what the most degrees?
That's the cover.
And look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I said this too. Beyonce got a song, "Women Run the World," and that's actually it's the truth to that. I mean,
y'all got the power.
They run the world. They making the money, got the most degrees. They buying up the most homes. They're the most women. It's more women in corporate than men. Not women CEOs, but the women are running the world. But what happens is, the women have to be strong. It's generationally. Your mother was a single mother, and her mother was a single mother. So that old slavery thing been passed down, or that old we gotta be strong. You gotta be a mother and a father. So emotionally, they're not there because what? Number one, they was raised by a mother. Their father was either there, or he was there absent, or he wasn't there at all. Or either these women were raped by their fathers. They were raped by other people. They was molested. So all these emotions are everywhere. So this make this women emotionally unavailable. And then they got to raise kids on their own, and they got to make sure the kids get the daycare. They got to rush from work and then get them from daycare, help them with homework, cook them, give them a bath, go to bed, do it all over again.
And then sometimes, you're just a product of the environment that you saw because you never saw anything better. You know what I mean? Your grandmother had your mother, you know what I mean, without the father being there. Then you had your daughter or your son without the father being there. And because of a product of that, and it could be a generational curse. I'm not saying, ladies, don't be strong and don't take care of your kids or whatever. But like I said, I really got to focus on this because this has been put on my heart lately. We have literally taken, we really have made, the reason marriages are declining so much is because sex has went outside of it. You know what I mean? And so many families are being birthed outside of marriage that we don't have the family, you know what I mean, that God created us to have, which is why you have to have blended families. It's very key.
Yeah, and another thing is, like Tierra said, women have been abused physically or mentally by either their parents or even their other men, physically and everything. So women have a lot to deal with, and it's a lot. You got to go through all this, but you still got to be strong for your kids, and you're not getting the help you need from the father. So a lot of that plays a part. But women have to get healed. They have to get counseling. They have to get these things because potentially you want your kids to be in a family. Okay, it was God's idea when He built the church. Family was God's first covenant, and there's nothing like your children experience a mother and a father growing up in the home, even if it's a stepfather. The stuff that I never experienced growing up with a father in the home. So my kids get to come home, run to the door, daddy, and see me pick them up from daycare, and see me come to school and go to all type of school functions. And they get to live the life that I never had. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, but it was the Lord that my biological father wasn't in my life. Sometimes when God pulls men out of your children's life, it's always the Lord. Because that person can be a pedophile. He could be a gangster who's trying to make your kid a gangster. It could be a lot of situations where God pulls men out of homes to save your children's life. And He'll bring you another man. God will send you a man that will love you and your kids.
Tag me in, Coach. Yeah. I just saw a comment by somebody that I know very well. And they said that pretty much if you have kids and the other person don't, you shouldn't date a person who don't have kids and you do, and you don't desire to have anymore. That's what they said. Now, I'm going to make this clear for everybody that's listening, okay?
Make it real clear.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make this very clear. That is a very untrue statement. And I'm going to make that clear. It's a very untrue statement. What I would say is that I think both of you all need to get an understanding, period, out the door. Because you never know. The other person may not want kids regardless, The other person may be past that phase in life where they might want children, And so having children is not necessarily, if you don't want children anymore, and they don't want children at all, it may be a perfect match. I really believe that that's just a conversation, but you got to have the conversations. You got to have the investment. You all have to spend time with each other. You all have to have some type of establishment. If you don't, then you'll never know what it is the other person wants.
Yeah, that's true. And before I hit this with this next banger, make sure you share somebody, you tag somebody in this, and you share this, okay? So number one, back in the day, another reason why women are so dedicated to their children, it ain't our fault. It's because generations prior to them, women were prone to pick their men over their children. It's a lot of statistics where women would pick their men over their children. And it's a lot of scenarios where women would be like, he touched me, you lying, you just want him to leave. Like, it's a lot of scenarios where women, especially them old school women, they would pick that man over that child in a heartbeat, and the child would sit there and be like, but mommy, like women. So what happens is when women now, millennial women who are having children, I never pick my man over my children, which is good. You shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't neglect your children for a man. Women have done it for years, for so long, and then I know women put their kids out for their man. Like, she gotta go, and they will literally put their 16, 17-year-old daughter out just to please their man.
Yeah, and that's sad because at the end of the day, you're always going to be their parent, you know. And then at a certain point, you got to live your life too, and those kids have to grow up. But it don't mean that, you know what I mean, you just be like, all right, figure it out. Boom, at 16. That's all the problem now. You want to know why black families have like, look, I'm all for making your kids grow up. You know what I mean? I'm really all for that. But we be so quick to kick them out. You know what I mean? Because we're trying to live our lives. This is why our kids don't have trust funds. This is why our kids can't save up for houses. Is because at 18, I got to get out. You know what I'm saying? Immediately. I don't have funds. I don't have this because mommy and daddy want to live their life, or mommy want to live her life. She want to get a hell. Daddy want to get whatever. You know what I mean? And we don't set our children up, you know what I mean, to blossom.
Yeah. But the thing is, if you're going to kick them out when they're 18, make sure when they was from the ages 8 to 17, you train them how to spend money, how to make choices, how to make decisions, how to pick the right major. Cause your kids picking majors, they ain't making no money in, and then they go get a degree you got to pay for, and then when they get the degree, they go get a whole other field. Then a whole other field, that degree you have to work hard for because they want to pick their degree. Make your you got to train your kids. If you're gonna kick them out at 18 or push them out to be on their own, make sure your parents adequately train them. Teach them how to fill out job applications. Teach them how to make decisions as an adult. Teach them how to pick the right mate. You got to teach these. You got to train up in a child in the way that they should go.
And teach them who Sally is.
Yeah.
Because Sally Mae is coming for you.
And if you raising black boys, tell them this system is built against them. Come on, somebody. You single women love coddling these boys. When these boys get older, this system is not built for them. So you have to train them, okay? You even got to train your kids how to interact with police officers. Train these kids. Like, you want to kick him out, but you ain't train him or nothing. So now you got a big grown baby standing in your house because you ain't trained him. If you're going to push him to be an adult, make sure you forget that from a baby on up, you train this boy. It's smart to save money. It's smart to have a bank account. It's smart to make these decisions. It's smart to not spend money on this, and this. It's smart not to eat this and this because it'll come against your health. It's smart to pick certain friends. You have to train your children, because if you don't train them, when they get 18 and 19, they're going to be stuck with you till they 30 and don't know how to figure out life on their own because you didn't train them up. The Bible says, train up a child in the way that he should go. And if you got, and let me hit you with this banger. If you got more than one child, you got to train each child differently because each child has different callings, different destinies, different gifts, different talents. So you can't train each child all the same. You got to train them all different.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Pastor. Keep strong.
No, I'm just saying. So we're going to the next one.
It is now offering time.
Offering time. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Cash app information is no.
So the next one is the ex-baby daddy or ex-baby mama is always still around, like you were saying. Women have strong, so he can always come back and hit when he want to.
All the time. Smash whenever. Let me in. Yeah. No rubber. Oh, my fault. Can I say that on Black and Blended? My fault. Because he's just coming in.
And
Oops, you pregnant again. Oops.
And yeah, you gotta have these boundaries with your, cause you know he ain't no good. You know he lying. You know he ain't gonna never love you. You know he ain't gonna ever stop messing with these other women. So why you keep holding on to this? It's a soul tie. And if you don't break the soul tie with your ex baby daddy or your ex lover, you gonna miss the one guy trying to send you.
Can I help y'all? Key, I would never, because he a pastor, so it's only so far he can go. I ain't no pastor, so I'm good. But some of you all, what I really want to say, I can't, so I am gonna PG it down. But good sex has literally made you all miss some destinies.
And that's not all women.
It's not all women. And it's not y'all that's watching Black and Blended. This is for your friends that you work with and your family members that you know. None of you all are going through this. But I'm gonna say this real good. You know what I mean? Good sex has literally allowed you to miss out on somebody that was great for you because you keep delaying time messing around with this person and they keep rocking your world and they keep slanging that thing and rocking your world. I can't say that. I'm probably gonna get in trouble now. This is my last time on Black and Blend. They're not gonna bring me back. But I'm telling you right now, that thing has messed you up so much that now when that good guy comes around, you may even deal with that good guy, but because that feeling over here, that soul tie so strong, because it feels so good to your flesh, that man, what's good for your spirit and for your destiny and for your eternity, it don't appeal to you because your flesh keep calling.
That's true. And another thing is the number one way Satan can get women bound in the church is soul ties. That's the only way that the devil most likely can deter a woman. Most women, not everybody. This ain't all y'all. But the most of the time that the devil can deter a woman or distract her, it's with a soul tie. It's with a soul tie. It's with an ex-baby daddy, ex-lover, a man you want so bad, you tired of being alone, so you take anything. One of the days that the devil distracts anointed women, not only with soul ties. Hold on, it's with this one, but it's with marrying the wrong one. Come on, somebody. Because depending on the one you marry, you can disqualify your calling. Hello. Because I've seen anointed men or women marry dogs. And they go ahead trying to change this man, and now their whole ministry didn't crumble because they married the wrong man. It's two ways to say to get you. You soul tie or get you to marry the wrong one because you wouldn't wait, because you was too thirsty, because you wouldn't back up, and you wouldn't think, and you wouldn't let the Lord. The Lord showed you signs, but this is him, but it wasn't. So there's two ways. Don't marry the wrong one because you can disqualify your destiny by marrying the wrong man or the wrong woman.
Ladies, this is your conscious speaking.
Or the
right
wrong
now.
women.
Please let it go. Please delete his number.
Just saying.
Please get rid of him
that ninja would drive you crazy. I'm sorry, y'all remember when Juanita Banner was anointed until she married that man Weeks?
Remember she put that.
No more sheets.
No more sheets was good.
No more sheets was good. When she married that Bishop Weeks, that woman lost her mind.
Then it was no more beats because they was whooping each other. Man.
She was whooping on. Juanita Bannerman lost her mind when she married that man. She was. And I'm just saying, I love Juanita. Juanita cussing now, and she said all type of stuff. Hey, God bless you. Juanita Bottom still anointed, you know what I'm saying? But she really. No, it was good. Juanita Bottom was anointed.
Everybody was throwing sheets away left and right. You couldn't get none when that book came out, like for real. When them conferences and that, when she did that, because she did the video, she did that TD Jakes joint. When she did that. No, couldn't nobody get none. You know what I mean? Every woman was closing their legs. Couldn't nobody get none.
But she married Weeks. They had on TV, on the divorce court, giving bad advice. I'm like, Juanita, what happened? Juanita, you was no more sheets. Like, what happened, Juanita? Juanita, I was listening to Behind the Veil CD. Come go with me behind the veil. I don't know if that's anointed CD. Yeah. But when she married the wrong man. Come on, somebody. Bishop Weeks.
Somebody said, how do you know if you married the wrong man?
The
wrong person.
Oh, I can tell you that one.
Yeah, help him out.
No. I mean, well, you both of you all kind of feel it. Some of you all know you married the wrong person the whole time. You keep trying to make something happen that God keeps telling you no. You know what I mean? You don't feel right. You got all these feelings and emotions.
Somebody said them sheets came from Black Friday sale.
Eric
Morris, you funny, boy.
That's my man that's going to be praying with us. You know what I'm saying?
You funny, boy.
So man, like, you know, so for everybody here to avoid marrying the wrong person, and this don't make the wrong person bad. It just don't make them good for you. Okay, the wrong person doesn't necessarily make them a bad person. It don't even make them an evil person. It just makes them not the person for you. Yeah. This is how you know they're not the person for you. Number one, they don't align with your destiny. They don't align with your will. For you all that's got children, they don't have the ability to take care of your kids.
Can I tap in? And they don't have the ability to pull your because I want to forget. They don't have the ability to pull your kids into their own personal destiny.
Exactly. And so they don't have the ability to help take care of your kids, but they don't even have the ability to raise you up to the next level as well. And that's on both ends, because a woman is going to make a man better, just like that man is going to make a woman better. Number four, they don't like you. You may be a good fit. You may be able to take care of them, but in their heart of hearts, they really don't like you. And some of you all, we do this. I love them with the love of Jesus, but that don't mean they like you. Yeah. It's just what it is. They don't like you. And number one, and then I'm gonna go even further. Y'all keep having sex, and we keep stepping out of the will of God. And a lot of times when we keep doing this, we'll confuse how close we really are. We don't really have a friendship, but because we smashing each other, and because we feel good laying next to each other, I always want to lay next to you. But then eventually that's gonna get old. You know what I mean? And then in real life it's gonna hit. Bills gonna come. You didn't know that this person can't take care of no bills. You didn't know that they don't have a good credit score. You don't know that she's not a good mother. Let's go here. Let's not just leave this on the men. Now let me go over to this. You don't know that she's not a good mother. You don't know that she ain't gonna do nothing for you. That it's all about her. And you don't know that this guy is a bum. You know, some of you all. Let me say this, and I'm done. Keith, with this. Some of you all need to stop playing in the circus. And what do I mean by that? You are dealing with so many clowns that you have now become a part of the circus. And some of you all need to stop this Ringling Brothers. Some of you all need to stop all of this circus acts. Pull yourself out of the circus and stop dealing with these clowns.
Because another thing...
Somebody just put on here like, this is good, but why y'all both still single?
Who? Well, first of all...
Who's still single? They must have missed the beginning of the show.
First of all, I'm married.
Keith is married.
Going on 10 years, 4 kids.
They got married on March 14th.
Come on in, woman of God.
Hey guys, I am his wife. She is taken.
Going on 10 years. And Ken is in a serious relationship. Hold on, he's been single, he's been divorced, and he's been healed.
Single, married, divorced, and healed.
And
watch from the beginning of the show.
Yeah, you put an R in because he about to get remarried. Hello, somebody. The right way. Come on. Yeah. So
it's not a game. And let me tell you something. Like, you asked that. Yeah, I can tell you a lot about being married. I can tell you a lot about being divorced. But I can tell you a lot about also doing this thing right. I did everything wrong after I got divorced. Everything. I did everything the wrong way. I went into sin. You know what I mean? I talked to people with kids, without kids. I did everything wrong. But then when restoration happened, when deliverance happened, and when healing happened, some of you all will never be qualified to get with the person that you need to get with because you are not healed.
That's true.
When healing happened for me, I'm gonna be 100. Keith actually saw, I was 90% there, and Keith saw my last 10% happen. You know what I mean? And from that day, he was there. He saw that thing happen. He saw that thing happen. I was already 90% there. I needed that last little push.
He had a small.
I had this little, but he saw that last little 10%, and he saw me, and him and my man Edward. If you on here, you still watching? Shout out to you. They prayed for me. You know what I mean? Yeah. They prayed for me, and if you literally look at the timeline of my life after that event, everything started happening for me. Real talk. Doors started opening that wasn't open before. Yeah. Relationships started happening. Things started happening. Opportunities started to happen. You know. Yeah. And so I'm telling you all, get single ladies, single men, whoever you are, children, not children. Make sure you get healed so your children can be healed.
Come on, somebody.
You know what I mean? So your children's not walking around with that hurt and that bitterness towards that baby father or baby mother. But you need to be healed as well. I'm done, bro.
I got 2 things. Like you said, because what happens is the people who raise the millennials, what's going on is, folks, these millennials are out of control. They just reckless. Well, guess what? You raised them. So you raise them. They always bashing the finger at millennials because they out of control or they come away from the church. But you raise them. Your broken self, your unhealed self, your undaddy self. You raise these millennials, so now they out of control and they want to listen to trap music and Chief Keef all day. Now they don't want to come to the church and because the church is too religious for them and it don't appeal to them. But you raise them jokers. So what happens is you broke people raise broken kids. So you got to be healed, like you said, so your children can be healed. And number 2 is, he said, you get pulled in the circus. I'm tired of seeing anointed women of God being fooled by these fake men. You go run into the relationship, and this man will turn you to a clown, got you doing stuff outside of who you are, what you believe in, outside the will of God. Then you don't think it's enough saved men in the church, so you go get you a Muslim, then that brother choke you up with a bean pie. So it's like you ain't winning. You ain't never winning. It's like choke you up with a bean pie, and he a feminine. I mean, he's a womanizer. It's like, quit letting these men put you in a circle. I'm trying to say the women of God, women. But what about the men of God? They just hoeing. It's because y'all allowed them to.
Okay, I got a question. So somebody said on here, like, how did you get the power to leave your relationship, Ken?
I mean, I knew that it takes 2 people in order for a relationship to work. It takes 2 people fighting. If one person decides to tap out,
choked up with a beat.
You know what I'm saying? Listen to me carefully. If one person decides to tap out, if one person decides not to stay in that ring and fight, you're gonna look real crazy fighting in that ring by yourself. You know what I mean? So it gets to the point where if there's nothing else left, if there's nothing else there, somebody got to make the decision. So was I the one that made the decision? Yeah, I made the decision. But I made it based off the fact that I felt like the other person stepped out of the ring. You know what I mean? They gave up on the fight. And so, yeah, I had to make the decision. And so in that, I knew that, to be honest, like, especially, so for anybody on here, like, this ain't really about divorce, but I'll just say this real quick. For anybody on here, and I'll talk about this in my book too, but for anybody that's on here, when I first got divorced, man, I was excited. I was like, yes, I'm back out here. I'm in these streets.
I'm single,
ready to mingle. Come on over here, pretty girl. Let me go ahead and touch your do. And I literally got all the way off. But let me tell you all something, man. Once that ink started to dry, that the reality started to hit in. Wow. And I wouldn't say I was in that phase. That hurt season didn't come right away. It came almost a half a year later. Wow. And then I started to recognize how badly I really wanted my marriage. And I'll never forget. I prayed to God one day. I ain't never told this in front of nobody, so this is a Black and Blended exclusive. Only my close friends know this, but I had prayed to God. It was Valentine's Day of 2016. I was like, Lord, I really want my marriage back. You know what I mean? And I was like, why do I feel a certain type of way? I really want my marriage back. Lord, if this is you, give me a sign. Do you know God gave me a sign? And it was the opposite of what I wanted. Yeah. And it was something else that was brought in front of me that said, no, you cannot have your marriage back. This is not what you're supposed to be. And this is not what you're supposed to be for the both of you all. You know what I mean? There's some things that God is going to do with my ex-spouse, and there's some things that he's going to do with me that can't happen together with us together.
True. Wow. True story. It's true.
So for real, especially for you all that's got kids, you really got to take into consideration, man. You don't want to have this, man. You don't want to have a covenant relationship with somebody. We talk about covenant now. Ain't nothing like, you break up with your baby daddy, I know it hurts, sweetheart. I get that. Yeah. But trust you me, you have never been alone. And you have never been lonely until you've been in the bed with somebody that don't want to be with you anymore. And that you're married under a covenant under God with. You ain't experienced loneliness until you experienced it married. You know what I mean? Let me tell y'all, I'm telling you this for somebody that was single, somebody that was married, divorced, and now single again. You know what I mean? Like single as it relates to unmarried. You have never felt it until you felt it in a marriage. You know what I mean? You went in front of people. You went it before the Lord, especially for you all to say you have never felt that type of. And it takes a lot of purging. It takes a lot of prayer. It takes a whole lot to get healed from something like that.
It's true. It's true. That's actually true.
That's a whole nother topic for a whole other day, though. You know what I mean?
You said someone with a chime into what was it?
I don't know, man. It's Black and Blended, baby. Black and Blended. So listen, you all, like real talk. You know, a lot of you all. Let me go to the other side of this too. I need you, ladies. I need you all. You know, I've been the other guy too. Let me make this clear. I wasn't the good guy for a while. Oh no. I was the perpetrator. I was the bad guy because some of you all need to stop dating broken men. Yeah. I'm gonna say that again. Some of you all. I was the broken man, and I was dating everything possible. You know what I mean? And guess what? People got hurt along the way. You could have kids, no kids. At a certain point, I stopped caring. You know what I mean? And then I recognized there was a person that I really wanted that I kept chasing. They was not going. You know what I mean? So then I used other people, you know, to fill that void. and whatever, and that all these people are getting hurt because you see the brokenness on me, but a lot of you all think you can fix a broken man. There's only one that can fix a broken man, and that is our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Some of you all need to stop thinking that your anointing or your power or your prayer power is going to bring that man whole, unless the Holy Spirit, unless the Lord says, you know what I mean? And 99% of you all, he is not telling you all to go heal that man. You know what I mean? He is literally, he needs to do it without you. You know what I mean?
Because another thing he said, the reason why if you have children, if you don't have children, but if you do have children, the reason why you can't date broken men, because let me hit you with this banger. If your children's father left them, they feel the effects of that. But if you bring in a man that's broken, he destroy their mother, and so not only will their mother be destroyed again, that child will be with the two bangers. They got the first father who walked out on them and didn't want them, and then they stepfather supposed to come in and be the hero, but he was broken, so he actually destroyed them, or he molested them, or he beat them, or he verbally abused them. So not only your children will never trust a man again because their father left them hanging, and the man who supposed to came up being a superhero, the stepfather, he came to the same thing that their father did. So because you picked a broken man, you picked broken man after broken man after broken man. So not only are you broken, your children are broken. They will never trust men again. That's why you have these young boys who are thugs who hate authority. That's why young thugs and young men in the ghetto hate authority.
Yeah. And it's making it harder to raise these young boys as well. You know what I mean? Because we are literally raising a generation full of fatherless children. Yeah. And some of the fathers that are there, they're still not present because they don't know how to father, because they haven't been taught properly, but nor have they sought counsel on how to properly father a child. We got a lot of people who are sperm donors who are still not fathers, you know. And at the end of the day, this is why I respect somebody like Keith or any man who decides to take on a family that is not necessarily his biologically, you know what I mean? But he is in the spirit. It is his because now he is married. This is his whole family, and so this should help some of you all that are out here and trying to figure out and get answers. You know, the whole purpose of this is so that the hood can be revived, so that people can hear the truth. And some of you all need to know what a predator looks like. Some of you all need to know what the good guy looks like. You know what I mean? And me being on both sides, I know one of the things I don't have a problem with. I don't have a problem with it saying what I've done. You know what I mean? So that ain't nobody gonna ever be able to expose me because I don't already said it. You know what I'm saying? So bottom line is that there are a lot of you all, if you literally walk in that healing place, a lot of you all are avoiding healing because you feel like you know it all. I see a lot of you all with these Facebook statuses. You know what I mean? You got all the relationship questions and the relationship answers, but ain't been through no healing. And I can always tell a person that ain't healed just about how they bash other people of the opposite sex. You know what I mean? Yeah. You still got some hurt from your father not being there 30, 40 years ago, and you still operating in that. You treat men that way, and men, you treat women the way that you treat them because your father wasn't there, your mother didn't do her part. It's just the whole way around. I'm telling you all, real talk, if I don't say nothing else, all I'm gonna say is you need to focus on your healing before you try to make these relationships happen, man. Like if you ain't getting healed, if you ain't in that process and you keep trying to make, I did relationships unhealed and tore that thing up. Do you hear me? Listen to me, Black and Blended, tore it up. Praise God.
So I know we've been going on. We got a couple more. Hopefully we hit all of them. But this one, we got to talk about this one. All right, this ain't are we there yet, okay? The kids are working against you. And we talked about this a little prior. You got to train your kids. If your kid's father is not around and your kids don't want to see you with nobody, don't let your kids get you by yourself. And your kids be running men away and they will run your kids away, especially when you got teenage boys. What you doing here?
They like,
you know what I'm saying? You ain't nobody dating my mama cuz I got that banging now. You know what I'm saying?
I got that banging right here too.
You like, hold on, I came in, take your mom on a date. You know what I'm saying?
No, ain't nobody taking my mom on a date, fam.
Yeah, you an L7. Like, come on, man, chill. You know what I'm saying? You got, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You got to train your kids because your kids will run people away. What I call them? Shadrach, Meshach, and the bad Negro. Don't know if your kids is bad and don't listen. Like, you gotta train your kids because they will have you lonely. I mean, what man would go out with you and your kids to the show and your kids don't get their way, so they start crying and fall all out in the show and be crying like,
they be falling out. How they fall out, bro? Again,
be falling out like, I want that. And he looking at you like, dude, control your shorty. Like, it's what we all. You know what I'm saying?
What we all
your kids will run men away, like being mean and being and coming in rude kids. Y'all having a conversation, they butting in. First of all, children don't speak. Whenever you want to speak, you gotta say excuse me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta train your children, because especially if you got teenagers, they will run men away. Especially them young teenagers who like rap music and they think they tough. They run your man away.
Especially today's rap, because they don't like back in the day when we was young. We had love songs and the rap was talking about people selling drugs. These new generation, these kids are actually doing drugs. Okay, so it's a big difference. I'm not saying either one was right. What I am saying, these kids are talking about taking crystal meth and snorting cocaine and all that. Yeah. And so they actually might do it, and then they try to run up on your boyfriend or potential, and now you don't have a date no more. Yeah. And then you wondering why your kid got that white around his lip. You know what I mean? You need to check what this child is listening to. Real talk.
Make your kids have manners and be respectful. You know what I'm saying? Because not only do you want the right man for your children, you want your children, you want the right man, the right children for your spouse. Like, don't let your children be disrespectful, rude, demeaning, narcissistic. Don't let your kids run your future spouse away. Vice versa. Even women, if his kid's bad and they disrespectful and who is you and what you got on, don't nobody even wear Uggs no more. Like, these kids these days. Oh yeah, kids, these high school kids, they was disrespectful.
Like them last week Jordans, fam.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't let these kids, like...
I know, I just bought them last week, Well, this week's Jordans, fam, like...
Yeah, kids will run you, what you want my mama for? We good over here. It's like, dude, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So don't let your kids run, church women, because church women got bad kids. I'm sorry. Yeah. You church women kids are bad.
Not the strong.
Some of you, not all you, but some of you. Nah, Chloe just bugged. I choke. She bad with Tiff. I look at Chloe one look, and I'm good. What, 3 looks, and then she'll listen. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta say 3.
Tiff, she ain't gonna listen to Tiff, but she listen to me.
Right there. Sorry, y'all.
I see Elder Too Sexy to get on.
Too sexy. I call him Professor Sexy.
Elder Too Sexy to get on. Ryan. So you gotta make sure your kids don't run your spouse away.
Yeah, and then let's go even further, right? But some of it you may be dealing with a weak man.
True.
And you all need to know and gauge the type of man that you are dealing with. Some of y'all are jumping too quick, and a lot of you all.
Somebody said, "What's going on with the tax on y'all?" They talking about you, but go ahead. That's a distraction.
Oh yeah, that's a distraction.
Don't be religious, saints.
The devil, you know what I mean? You ain't going to heaven with them tattoos. I know you ain't going to heaven with that sex. Anyway, the bottom line is that a lot of us are not taking into consideration the people that we are associating ourselves with, and we're not evaluating long enough. And I really encourage you all to take your time. Just because you are lonely, don't let a fool come around. You know what I mean? To fill that void. You know what I mean? If it means that you got to wait another 3 months to get the right one, another 6 months to get the right one, don't let a temporary void fill in because you feel a certain way right now. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Another thing is, if a man coming to pick you up on a day and being respectful, don't let them pull up in your crib and it's six Negroes out in front.
Oh yeah, I'm pulling off. You ain't even got to worry about me. I changed my number right then and there. I'm calling AT&T. Can y'all change my number? When you call me back, the number you have reached, I'm pulling off right then and there. Like I ain't even seeing your house. All them dudes outside.
Yeah.
Those are facts, you all. If it is a whole bunch, and they all standing outside like this.
They sitting out black hoodies on, and they all your sons. They like, who is you?
Yeah, what up, man?
Who you looking for?
What
my
up,
mama? You know,
what up,
I'm looking to see your mama.
Especially on the west side.
Oh, you west side.
Especially, look. If I meet a woman and she tell me she live on the west side,
we ain't doing
God
it.
bless you,
y'all. They stay outside. They'll never go in the house.
God bless you, woman of God. All of the great women, you know what I mean, that I know, they live in the suburbs. I'm just playing. I'm lying.
Yeah, so my thing is, like, if you pull up and your sons outside with hoodies on, they strapped, but like,
right, with illegal guns.
Yeah,
with illegal guns.
On
top of that,
so it's like, be mindful. Tell your kids after they got some sense. Tell your boys, you know what I'm saying? Because even I don't care how old your boys is, they need to be fathered, man. And like you said, make sure you get you a strong man that can handle them, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
All day. And that's the thing. Some of y'all are dating weak men. You dating some boys or some weak men. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. You gonna know the strength of a man just by the way he approach you. Number one. Number two, ladies, please learn the game, because your children can't afford to have this fool around. Please understand and learn game and know when game is being ran on you.
Yeah.
Please.
You deserve it.
Please.
Yeah.
If he's trying to smash, it's game.
And you know what? We got like 6 more to go, but you know what we gonna have to do? We're gonna do a part 2.
Yeah.
Part 2.
We're gonna do a part 2. We can't give you everything because we've been on here since 8:30. It's
Yeah,
9:43,
oh, man.
almost 10 o'clock.
And
You
they
know
still
what I'm
on
saying?
here. You know what
They
I'm
are
saying?
still on.
They still on here.
So we're gonna have to do a part 2, and we're gonna hit where we left off at. The bad kids, Shadrach, Meshach, and the bad Negroes. You know what I'm saying? That's what we left off at. Remember that. So we got to do a part 2 because we don't want to keep y'all on. We don't want to give y'all too much, keep y'all on all night.
Exactly.
But what we like to do at the end before Ken give his spiel, if we got any questions. I know
Y'all got the questions.
we got some questions.
Questions next time.
No,
This gonna be too packed.
we want to hit about 3 questions, man. And
3.
if you came in late, you got to watch the replay.
So
If you-
while they getting their questions together, I
if
can
you
tell
came
them about
in
how
late,
to
you
be a
gotta.
prayer
So
man.
when y'all getting y'all question together, and Tiff look at the questions, he gon' you know what I'm saying. Go ahead.
So bottom line is that myself, Keith, and a couple other guys, we got an event called 100 Men Praying this Saturday at the Tinley Park Convention Center. I need it for every woman that's watching this right now. I need you to, number one, I need you to pray for us because we are literally going after men and the issues that men deal with. And I'm talking about we going down some areas that men ain't gonna pray in front of women about. You know what I mean? And so we're gonna have prayer, we're gonna have mass deliverance. We literally are going after men. And so I need you to send them in. If they are grown, send them. If they are 16 and up, you got a son that's young, send them. Send your boyfriend, send your baby daddy, send them all. 12 o'clock sharp. Now, anybody know anything about me? I always start an event on time. Matter of fact, you're going to walk in there, the event is going to already be started, so I need you to get there on time. But send them 12:16. That is this Saturday. Keith is one of our prayer leaders, prayer warriors. Man, and you all see how he get down every Wednesday on here. Trust you me, I got some heavy hitters in the spirit that's going to really go after these things.
No, it's free. Somebody says it's free.
It's free. It's free.
Man, look, everything paid for. All you gotta do is show up. That's it. You either
free,
all you gotta do is show up. And I'm telling you, a lot of times for you all, that's really, you know, if you want to know if your baby daddy or the one that you dating is the one for you, send him over here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And
see
then
if he show up.
we'll see if he show up. Let's put him to the test.
Yeah.
If he like, nah, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna watch this game or whatever, then that'll tell you how much he puts spiritual stuff first, because he is literally not. This is not a church event. We don't have no church. You know what I mean? It's not. It's in the Tinley Park Convention Center.
Yeah.
All right. It don't get much better than that. All right. So 100 Men Praying, Keep Strong, myself, Antoine, Eric, my man Will Harris. We gonna really see the glory of God. I got a DJ leading us in worship. Something you ain't never seen before.
We're gonna do it different. You know what I'm saying?
Something you ain't never seen before. I see a whole bunch of stuff going up there.
Yeah, we got questions. I
See,
mean,
it's
you got
questions,
questions.
man.
Hey, Pastor Tiffany, can we get these questions? Hey, Chloe, you want to see
I don't see
everybody?
no questions on this.
It's a bunch of them popping up.
Yeah.
Come see the
These are
people,
just
Chloe.
comments. Nobody's saying questions.
Yeah, I know y'all got some questions.
If you're not a
Come see the youngest one, but she the roughest one too, but she the
She's
youngest
fine,
one. I know she.
Look,
That's too
Black and Blended, the real family, right
Say
here.
hey, everybody. This is our youngest one.
That's little Tootie.
Look at her. She supposed to be in the bed.
Say hi.
Say hey, what you fussing about?
Say hi, guys.
And she a gangster. She don't play. She be
Say hey,
roughing up the
everybody.
older ones. Now go and get your button.
But yeah, we literally gonna be praying for these men. I see somebody just plugged it for us. You know what I'm saying? Good looking out. If you all need to, Keith got the plugger on his page. You all can visit my page as well. Facebook.com/Kenneth Sean. The plugger is there on Instagram as well. We got them everywhere. So 100 Men Praying.
Okay.
He said, if you're not a person who refuses to give, but you know it's a bad marriage. I'm sorry, but you know it's a bad marriage. Should I try reaching out to my pastor or just go with my heart? I don't understand.
Hold on. Listen to me carefully.
Yeah.
For anybody that's
Oh,
dealing,
in a bad marriage.
so if you're in a bad marriage, okay. First off, one of the things I like to do is, you know what I mean, you can reach out to your pastor. I'm not telling nobody not to. You know what I mean? If that's what you want to do, but get some counseling outside of the 4 walls of your church, especially if both of y'all go there. You know what I mean? Like, get some counseling outside of the 4 walls of your church. Get a paid. If you really care about your marriage, get a paid professional Christian counselor. There are Christian counselors who literally will take your insurance.
All right, Elder Too Sexy, I see you.
They will take your insurance, but if you want go and see some counseling. Go get some, like, a lot of you all's marriages are literally one counseling session away from working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you need to get counseling. And that's one of the things black people don't do. We don't get counseling. You know what I mean?
Edward had a question too.
Yeah. So Edward said, how important is a woman looks in their choice of dealing with a woman with kids?
Oh, how you said how important is a woman? Very important. You got kids, you better be super fine, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now, let me hit you with this bag. I ain't trying to be rude, but if you have several children, you know what I'm saying? You want to be mindful if you want to be somebody, you know, that wants to be on the market. You know, there's gym memberships. You know, there's proper ways of dieting so you can get that snatch back. Come on, somebody. We call it snatch back. Come on, somebody.
Get your snatch back.
Get that thing snatched back. So you want to be mindful.
Or if not, I know a good plastic surgeon. You know what I mean? I can get you snatched real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Take it on the road. Hey, Michelle Harris, if somebody want to take this on the road and invite us, we would love to. FYI.
Black and tatted, baby.
Yeah. So, but my thing is,
Tat it up.
you got to understand when you're a single mother, you got to, not only do you got to have your kids looking good, you got to be looking good. You know what I'm saying? I know, you know, your body change when you have several different kids and stuff like that. And some guys don't care about that. Some guys want to be mindful. So if he like you the way you shapely you are, just make sure you keep it clean. You looking good. Your face is beat. Your hair's done. So it's up to that person. Just make sure you keep yourself available.
Keep with the beat faces, you all. Don't beat yourself too much the way it looks like abuse.
Right, let it be
Because
nice,
this be a little nice, natural. You know, some of y'all looking like somebody abused you. You know what I mean? Like, I told you, some of y'all are still in this circus act, yo. Like, get up out the circus, fam. Like, I don't know nothing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we got any more? I know we got some more.
There's a whole lot of y'all still on here.
Look
Look at that, man. There's a whole lot of y'all still here just chilling.
Yeah,
they just in the background got Black and Blended on their TV chilling. You know what I'm
Question:
saying?
we pray for a new beginning. I don't know what you mean when you say that.
What they say?
Question: we pray for a new beginning. I don't
Can
know.
we?
Can we pray for a
Yeah,
new
well, like,
beginning?
yeah,
Or
can you
can
pray-
marriages have a new beginning?
Of course they can. But you gotta look. If that was a man, I don't know if that was a man that said that.
Don't look like retribution. Look now.
I don't know if that was a man.
Because there's some men that like big women, and ain't nothing wrong with that. So we don't want to say. I mean, it's everybody has a preference. So I ain't getting into that.
I know what BBD told me. I know what the preachers told me. They told you never trust a big and a smile. It's driving me out of my mind. I learned that lesson a long time ago. Praise God.
So do you want prayer for a new beginning in life, or should you pray down?
Sean said prayer for a new beginning in life. Wait.
I mean,
go to the next one, bro.
yeah, we definitely will pray for you, Sean Brandley. I see your name for that. God will give you a new beginning ASAP. Good stuff. We definitely do that, sir. We got any more questions? Any more questions before we chime off? And we gotta do a part 2, man. We've been on here long.
Yeah.
Yes, Ty.
Almost
saying?
2 hours.
For real.
Once again, hey, share this, like this. We not single mother or single father shaming at all. You know what I'm saying? We just giving you ways, because everybody deserves to. I don't think everybody called to be married, but if you have children, your children and yourself deserve to have a family, a healthy family in God. Everybody deserves that, and there's nothing wrong with wanting that.
And if you want to be married, real talk, if you want to be married, you got to start acting like it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if you want to be married, start acting like a wife. The Bible says, the man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. The Bible never said the man that findeth a single woman turns her into a wife, and then no. You have to already be that wife. You know what I mean? When it's already said. In other words, you have qualities of a wife that are already instilled in you. And if that man is serious about himself and his walk, look, I'm going to be 100. I'm going to be 100 and I'm done, Keith. I told some people, look, I'm serious. What you on? Oh, well, I don't know what I'm on right now. Okay, I'm not sticking around to find out. And so you missed out. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Don't miss out on your opportunity, you know what I mean? Because you don't know what you want to do. Real talk?
Yeah, so hey, we had a good time. People won't go home. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here.
Black and tatted.
So once again, somebody said if you want to book us, hey, I have a Facebook page. It's tagged in there. My wife has a Facebook page. Ken Facebook page is tagged in there. We do have a website. It's www.black, BLCK, the letter N, blended, BLENDED, BLACK, black, right? BLACK.
You just said ad first.
BLACK, letter N, blended, BLENDED.com. It's tagged in the video. It's blackandblended.com. We have contact us if you want. Somebody asks about booking, and if you want Ken, I can tag Ken. If you requested Ken too,
KennethSean.com.
Oh, you got. I'm sorry. You got a website too. My bad. I ain't know.
I
ain't know. There you go.
KennethSean.com. Watch exactly what it would do.
Again, I know Sharonda Drake. Hey, Sharonda Drake, you got to have us on that, man. Sharonda Drake, you're an All Nations member. Serve Your City. Hey, you got to have me and Ken on. You know what I'm saying? We all family. You know what I'm saying? If somebody tag Sharonda Drake in here. I don't want to mess up the name because people mess up. I think it's Sharonda Drake. Hey, tag her in this. Hey, we need to be on Serve Your City, Sharonda Drake. I know we ain't that famous yet. I know you got a big lineup.
Shameless plug.
But we calling you out though. You gotta put us on Serve Your City. Come on, you gotta have us on there. Come on now. Somebody tag her in this, alright? So
right,
again.
y'all need to know how to cook. That's right.
We talk about that later. So once again, we are Black and Blended. My motto is if you keep the family alive, you keep the church alive. That's because if the devil can destroy families, then he can destroy the legacy of the church. Long live the church. And that's the thing is like what that's why it's so important to have youth to raise up the young people, because we are supposed to carry the torch for the next generation. So if you can kill the family, then you can stop the church. So the thing is, if you keep the family alive, you keep the church alive. We thank you guys for tuning in. We thank you for our special guest, Kenneth Sean, the host of SMDH. You know what I'm saying? We thank you guys. We're gonna do a part 2. I got a surprise for y'all next week.
Every Wednesday at 8:30.
But every Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. If you got any questions, if you want to hit any concerns, hey, shoot us an inbox. Put it on our website. If you want to request me or him, we just gave you our website info. Every Monday, 8:30. My bad. Every Monday, 8:30.
Facebook Live,
Facebook Wednesday.
every Monday.
We thank you guys for tuning in. Again, somebody tag Sharonda Drake. We need to be on Serve Your City, and we need to go in there and get it cracking, man. All right, we thank you guys for tuning in. We love you guys.
Peace out.
You guys have a great one.
Have a good night.
Peace out.